On the screen, the story starts to play. Every frame a treasure, lost it yesterday. This communal vibe, it's a hip scene. Together we laugh, joy in between, yeah. Watch all the movies. Watch all the movies. Watch all the movies. Watch all the movies. Hit the brands, we're all in sync. No corporate ties, just let the flow think. Dance at the time, that's how we roll. Feeling the groove, that heart and soul. From black and white, colors that glow. Each flicker reminder, love will show. Great stories told from days gone gone. We gather together, let's keep moving on, yeah. Watch all the movies. Watch all the movies. Watch all the movies. Watch all the movies. In a world where things are home, we create our magic, it's our zone. Join the fun, share every line. In the realm of film, our spirits shine. Watch all the movies.
Greetings from somewhere, and I think I might need to take that volume down just a tad. I am your host, Dylan, joined by Spurgsnake. Welcome, sir.
Good morning. Mid-morning.
Thanks for joining us. Not quite TBS Superstation late. We're within the 5 minutes. I like to say that we get the 5 minutes that Andy Griffith and WCW Saturday Night got of leeway.
Yeah, but not exactly
Late and gay.
not quite there. Maybe late and latent a little bit.
Curious. We're kind of like Butters in that episode. We'll need an accountability to make sure that we aren't bi-curious. So we're going to watch a couple of movies today. Not a couple of movies. That's what the theme said. We're watching a couple of TV shows. We started off with Chris Elliott, and we've ranked Tales from the Crypt season 1. So we're going to start that this week, a summer watch along, and that's of course over on Rumble. And I did not put the Rumble link in the YouTube description. Son of a bitch. I need to get better at being a host here. So we'll get that to you. Yes, sir.
Yesterday, I missed tweeting out the show, and because Luigi was on. You guys do pretty good together.
Yeah, we had fun. We had the end. I feel like we're getting on a hot streak. I need to start cutting up some clips, getting on some other shows, because the slow adult speed dating is something I would like some more people to see. And Isaac Walmart, I hope you can catch that on the replays. We've been at night. You seem to be more of a morning guy. Not to turn you guys against each other like Steel Toe, but yeah, but sometimes morning, sometimes evening now, because the job that I had lined up fell apart, and now I'm just picking up hours wherever the fuck I can. I made it 3 minutes without a fuck. Yay! That's we're good. Right.
Yeah, I know. I don't think. I think it's like, 3 to 5 minutes or something that the algorithm thing checks, and then you're okay.
We are in the clear. We can talk about all the boobies that we saw in the first season of Tales from the Crypt. Did we see any boobies? I wanted to start ranking those again because we want to come up with our definitive list eventually. I don't know how long that will be fiddle fucking around here on the internet if we'll be doing this for 7 years, but we'll see. We'll start with season 2 here. Season 1. Going over the episodes of Tales from the Crypt, I know a couple we can that aren't in the discussion of best episode. We can get rid of the episode with the face. That was Leah. Fuck, I can't even remember her name. Thompson.
Yeah, Leah Thompson.
From fresh off her
Marty McFly's mom.
Yeah, getting all those prosthetics. Robert Zemeckis was like, "Let me put these prosthetics on you." So that one's gone. The one with Amanda Plummer, those two are gone. Sorry, leading ladies, you didn't get strong material. It's nothing against you. They were lame episodes, both of them.
It was Leia. I remember the Leia Thompson one for sure. Yeah, we just watched that last year, I think. Yeah, she had that super thick. Like I couldn't date a girl with that strong of a New York. What? Yet chewing her gum like she was
She
all
was
over the
chewing the
place and
gum.
making all this noise. She was doing the Opie exaggerated voice. Oh, come over here, doggy, and get some coffee. It's like Jesus. Do people really talk like that? That one, I don't know.
She was going for a character. And, you know, I think Robert Zemeckis was only producing that. He might have been able to take it down a notch when she said, you know, I want to go with like a hooker Cyndi Lauper. And they were like, you can't have the hair. But can I still do the kind of thing that Cyndi Lauper does? Bring it down to your register. Don't do it up in the Cyndi Lauper register. And that is what they settled on. I've seen that one before as well. I think that one's kind of a regular tale of a woman with beauty selling it off to get the man of her dreams and then being a hideous creature. What are some other anthologies? Whatever it was, Outer Limits. I've seen something similar to that. And
Twilight Zone too.
Twilight Zone had one of those selling your beauty episodes.
Maybe not that exact style, but I know they've had episodes where people like beauty was definitely in the eye beholder kind of theme. Not necessarily vanity though.
So that one's gone. The Amanda Plummer episode was the one with the newly married couple, and she wants it to be perfect, just like her parents. And on their honeymoon, her mother slaughtered her father. So she got that nice ropey load, and then she slaughtered her husband. It was
Yeah, that's right.
he was a dick. He had a gun. It was but it wasn't overtly put that he was planning on killing her for her fortune. We need it spelled out for us a little more to hate this guy, and bit underwhelming, that one.
Yeah, he was a ghost the whole time, right? Like that was spoiler alert. Like you're following his story, and he sees it all happening, and then at some point, like he sees her with another man.
He saw the ghost of their parents. Like, I forget if it was a dream sequence or he actually saw the embodiment of her father getting slaughtered, because her mother looked just like her in the flashbacks. He's like, this fucking bitch. I pop her cherry. She went down to the fucking corner and got another slinging dick. This fucking hooer.
Yeah, very upset. Yeah, and it did. It kind of alluded to that plot, like because he was like one of those Chad '80s guys too, right? Like had a suit, like the suit on. He was like super good looking.
Yeah, I
like
believe he might have had a
dating
mullet.
somebody out of his. Yeah. It was very Patrick Bateman from American Psycho, except not such a psycho. It was flip flop.
So those two are out. I remember enjoying the Christmas episode more than you. I want to settle on 3. I remember your favorite being the Joe Pantaleone episode, right? The man who sold his, who actually he was a bum and just some mad scientist. I'm going to cross you with a cat. You got 9 lives. And he was a freak show act. And they really played up the camp. That one was fun.
Yeah, it was very fun. And he was doing that monologue throughout the whole thing. Like he would tell bits and parts of what was going on. And it was another one of those fairly straightforward stories with a twist. If you're not paying attention, you won't catch it, especially if you're bad at math. But and the mad scientist was very good. He just like doing it for no good reason. Like he was just doing it to do it. He was like, it was like a hobby mad scientist, you know. It's like, I'm just gonna swap you with a cat brain.
Extra points for a small part from our buddy Michael Ray Bauer as a child actor who definitely had some ADR. That was definitely not his voice. And for some reason, I just wasn't paying attention. I guess, I don't know, the scene was so loud. There's so much to enjoy. I don't know how I missed Donkey Lips there.
Well, because his dad was yelling at him, right, and telling him to not be a puss.
Yeah, come on, kill a man. That's what we paid for, you fucking pussy.
Yeah. And that guy was a good actor too. He was another one of those guys that just kind of shows up as a older gentleman in sitcoms and Law and Order ish kind of things. Not that specifically, but like you would catch him in an Andy Griffith episode or a Happy Days episode.
And we're catching two familiar faces today with Demi Moore and Jeffrey Tambor. Hey, it rhymes. The Man Who Is Death. That one also, the very first episode, the voiceover that they had throughout. I should have had a couple of clips if I was going to talk about it this in depth. Well, folks, I'll work on that and become a better host one of these days. I really enjoyed that. I remember a while ago, but on the watch through, I was like, it's okay. It's all right.
All right. Well, Tales from the Crypt had a lot of stars in it. There's a lot of cameos that just kind of show up. There's usually like somebody's usually featured around the episode, like with Leah Thompson, like it just revolved around her as a character. But other people, like with Donkey Lips and that guy showing up in that one episode.
Did we see Larry Hankin? I think Larry Hankin was also at the coroner or something. One of the times that Joe Pantaleone died. I think we've already seen him once.
Yeah, definitely another one of those guys.
So I think the Christmas episode is one of the top for me. Hello, Annie. Good luck with the gaming. Is Red Dead. That's coming up with Husey. I definitely loved me some Red Dead Redemption 2. No video game episodes of Tales, I don't think. It wasn't in the culture enough at the time. I do remember the pinball episode of Are You Afraid of the Dark, though?
Oh boy, was it a brain rot thing where somebody was addicted to pinball?
There was a kid who played the pinball machine. He was told not to, and then he got stuck in it. The mall was the pinball machine, and it was one of the very few Are You Afraid of the Dark episodes that didn't end happy. He was still stuck in the pinball machine, and the owner at the end.
Sinister pinball machine owner. Okay, that's
I really enjoyed.
In the mall.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that on my Are You Afraid of the Dark when they would, because I was already teased with Tales from the Crypt. My parents let me watch the Crypt Keeper segments, and I was able to sneak around and see. I remember a gruesome ending. There was a beauty pageant coming up, Miss Autopsy, I think in season 4 or something, and I remember sneaking in for that one, seeing the singing by. It's someone famous, Buck. We'll come to him, but yeah, so many famous people with Miss Autopsy up there who just won the pageant, all spread open for the
rib
corners to see.
Nice.
So
that was a fun show.
Do you? I think we might have missed one, but the Christmas episode and the Man Who Is Death, the Joe Pantaleone. I think that might be our top 2 of season 1.
I also runner up is that taxidermy one where the husband retires.
That's right. That's the one I'm missing. I knew I was missing one, the most comical one, written by a Saturday Night Live writer, A. Whitney Brown.
Yeah, that one was not horror in any type of way. It was more irony and comedy for sure. Like he was like the tree. He was trimming the tree, and he like chops the whole top of the tree off because he doesn't even want to talk to his neighbor. He hates his wife. He just a general miserable man. And then
a more unhappy Mr.
It was
Roper.
Mrs. Roper.
They didn't get Norman Fell, but Mrs. Roper got a second marriage, and she's obsessed with all the little creatures around, and the new husband just fucking hates him. I'll put that number 3. If you I think that's our top 3 for season 1 as we get to more ironic death twists coming up in this episode. But before we get to this, we have a little bit of fun from a public access show. That's the word I'm looking for. We have some old school phony phone calls to a public access show. Thanks for joining, Scott. Looking forward to chatting with you again, Matt. And yeah, let's check out some of this madness from. Let's see if we have any more information. Pretty sure this is the same guy calling in. No, it doesn't tell us what region, but this guy's just trying to do a show. He's passionate about trains or cars. We'll get that information momentarily. And trying to have a nice call-in show here, folks.
Sir, I just would like to say that you have a very large wiener.
Hello, you're on the air.
Hi, I was wondering how expensive a Harley Davidson would be to get like a used one, a smaller one.
The used ones probably would run between $3,000 and $6,000 or $7,000 for a smaller bike. The new bike price would be somewhere in the area of $5,000 to $6,000 for the 883 and up to $10,000 for the 1200.
Oh wow! Is that how much you charge for a blowjob?
The hooking them in, letting them
That's how
be
you
like,
gotta do it.
because that's where the fun is. I have a buddy that enjoys screwing with telemarketers. Just taking up their time is the most fun part.
Oh yeah.
Hello, you're on the
definitely.
air.
It's ruining their day. They get paid on commission. They're getting paid dog shit otherwise. Oh, you're gonna bother me. I'm just gonna go on about Spaceballs. See how long you're on the line. Which, of course, Jim Florentine did beautifully on terrorizing telemarketers. I wonder if I could get my buddy to start doing that. It's easier. It's easier than ever to record your phone calls. To just, oh yeah. Well, what about the other ones?
Florentine was just on WATP, and immediately I was like, oh, Florentine. So I went back and listened to some. You got mail. You got mail. You got mail. Yay! Like he just annoys the shit out of this guy and just repeats it like 100 times, and the guy stays on the phone. It's so good. Yeah, that was one of my more favorite cranky anchor guys.
They had to change the way that because he did it before Crank Anchors, just on fun, on his own for these CDs. Him and his buddy Don Jameson. He's got a couple interviews online where he talks about his door being knocked in. He lived with Jim Norton at the time, so it was probably on the O&A show that they just made this phony phone call where the guy died at the end. And the telemarketer called the police, and they kicked the door in while they were out getting food.
Wow. I think a guy died. The police were actually used resources to trace a phone call to find out where a dead body was. That's hilarious.
They changed the way they did it. You'll hear a few that made it onto the CD where someone dies, but in the end, Dad comes into the room. Like they've really got the guy going, and he's worked up. Get out of here! Who is this? Hello, the phone is off the hook. What is going on? Oh, I just chased my kids out of here. What's going on? Those were kids? Nice fucking kids, sir.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Harley riding because I love how it vibrates my testicles, and I like to jack off and masturbate for hours.
Like they freak out. What? Oh, where's the end call button?
Yeah, he's got an intern there. She's learning her way. She is not fast enough on the button. It's this one here. Drop it now.
Yeah, old guy doesn't.
Hello, you're on the air.
What's that?
He ain't having that old guy ain't having it. He ain't having it. He's like, no.
He's the station veteran. He's the one that they check in with. That if they sign out any equipment, he's the one that knows what's going on. He's not having fun.
Hi.
He is putting on a program here. This is a learning studio for the community. I never took advantage of that. That would have been fun.
I had a Harley Davidson once, and I dumped it over, and I broke the handlebars off it, and I shoved them up my ass. You fucker that.
Where did you hit to get?
Well,
You did it over there?
Hello, you're on the air.
Motorcycle riding is the best fun I've ever had, besides
Oh, yeah. Hello, you're on the air.
Yes, I agree.
They're looking out for it now. Master. King of all diffs. we actually haven't heard that one yet.
That's
I've
new.
been going with the AI art with Limp Bizkit Snake because I should be going with Scott Ian. I guess it was your first appearances when you came online that you had the hat on to get the Fred Durst over the Scott Ian.
Now listen, I would still be wearing the hat. I went to a doctor's appointment. I took it off in the room that I was in, and I think I left it there in the hospital. I'm so upset. Because that was like the last fitted cap that I have. Everything else is like snapback or got the, so it looked, it doesn't.
It's not the trucker
I
cap.
have
That's not the base.
This is the only other hat that I really like wear often, and for that reason, like it hides my whole face if I wear it right. But I'm so pissed I lost my Adidas hat, man. Because Fred Durst was pretty good. Sorry, go on.
Now, Hijo del Scorch is going to have to. That's a fun one.
Caller before about people calling and being perverts. I don't appreciate that because I have kids watching too, and like my man Potty Mouth says, cock shit, pussy fuck, asshole, dick, lick, fuck, shit.
That's intelligent.
She didn't flinch that time. It's just let it go.
She's become hardened. She's a bit slow on the draw compared to what he wants her to be, but yeah, she's no longer bubbly. I love that one as well. That gave me the biggest giggle when I would hear that with Richard and Sal and other people, where I just don't like this malarkey going on with these tricksters. Now, I did agree with the person about jacking off, though. Anytime getting them going. All right, they're expecting it, but okay, let's soften the blow with a, I'm on your side, these absolute terrorists on the phone. We need to get rid of them. So, come.
Yeah,
Ropey
right.
loads.
You got it, but like the last call, you got to kind of lull them in first. You got to start out with something a little bit serious, and then get it ridiculous a little later on. I don't know. Jerky Boys did pretty good. I think they made 4 CDs, albums, tapes, whatever you want to call them. But by the 4th one, you're like, yeah. It's a little. They ran out of characters. The first 2 were. I know I listened to the first one like 100 times.
I was too young. Like they're all just one album to me. All
Okay.
for it. Especially since you have some of the same characters. They had such fun names.
Oh,
Why can't I remember them, Jerky?
That's Saul. Saul
Yeah, that's
Saul
right.
Rosenberg. I'm Saul
Saul
Rosenberg, and I have my glasses. Oh, they beat me, and I'm in a puddle of my own blood and pissed here at the Staples Center, like wherever he was at.
It got a
God.
cheer out of me when that voice showed up as Mort Goldman on Family Guy. Yay! It's him. It's Saul Rosenberg.
And what was
Frank Rizzo.
there was a-
that was one
the
they
main
used
guy.
for the movie too. Frank Rizzo.
Sizzle chest. I bench like 300 pounds, sizzle chest. I'll be down there right now. There was the gay model. It's like, oh, honey, I set myself on fire and I walked down the runway. I'm into self-mutilation. And like the lady on the, like, was running a modeling agency. She's like, okay, we don't do those kinds of acts. He's like, I get silly with it.
I associate the Collective Soul song with that movie. It was in the trailers. So when Tukey
Good
chose that
jail.
to be one of his drops, I get a good giggle. The one scene I remember from the Jerky Boys movie is when Frank Rizzo has his mother in concrete boots, and she escapes and kicks him in the balls with the concrete boots. Baloney tits. That's another one. Thank you, Luigi Greenberg. I need to go back. Like, my memory of the Richard and Sal are so robust. As I'm trying to recall those earlier phony phone callers, I'm hitting so many blanks of what they did.
You weren't
Pioneers, if
ready
you will.
for it. Yeah, your brain was like, oh, I love this stuff, and then now you're having like that paralyzed choice kind of thing, like which memory should I pick? And that's like all of them are trying to fight for foreground in your brain.
I don't think I ever owned any of them. I had plenty of friends that owned some. The Cheech and Chong greatest hits. My brother owned that cassette. I can quote that. Sister Mary Elephant. There's so many bits that it's like there's not even video to it, kids. I swear, go and listen to this audio comedy bit. They used to play it on the radio, the 5 o'clock funnies on 98 Rock. Of Basketball Joe and so many things from the Cheech and Chong, Still Smoking. Well, it was their stage show, comedy album, movie. I think they've got a documentary coming out. Was it you I was talking to about Things Are Tough All Over? We were
talking
known?
Cheech and Chong. Yeah. Because I mentioned Corsican Brothers because they did like 2 non-comedy movies, and we were talking Cheech and Chong.
Things Are Tough All Over. I think most people have not seen that one. The rest seem to be on people's radar, but that one where they play the Arab characters and Rip Taylor is in there. He has a hairpiece on his head. That's how he's introduced. That he's got these new hair plugs. Oh, I have hairpiece on my head. You have herpes on your head? Dumb misunderstanding joke, but it stuck with me.
Those are the ones that do stick around because they're easy to remember and they make they're like absurd sense, like how did he mistake that? Yeah, Rip Taylor, another loud boisterous.
Hey.
Yeah.
He ended Jackass 2.
Confetti.
It was so random of he's there in the boat. Goodbye. It's over. Thank God it's over. Poor Rip Taylor never did find him a nice, good woman. You have those nice men funny men from the 70s who just couldn't find a good woman.
Like Paul Lynde.
Yeah,
Uncle
another
Arthur.
one. Poor old Uncle Arthur couldn't land a lady for life. Gosh darn it.
I'll just be center square.
We'll be going over to Rumble exclusively soon. Thank you for dropping in. And we do have that. No. That's our second of the pre-show. We will go over there. The link is over here now. Luigi, thanks for dropping in. You could have blew me up. You could have blew me up, and in the good way, not in the C4 way, Luigi. But thank you for coming on. We had a great appearance, and I do need to cut up those. Like, that would help me a lot, and I've just gotten out of the habit of cutting up those. The speed dating segments on their own, they are just fantastic. So I think they might be able to gain some traction, and maybe a bonus episode. Luigi wanted to watch the No Mustaches Allowed. Maybe I can get you on a bonus episode, since new reactions, new insights, and that's a fun one to revisit. He's in love with mustaches are not allowed.
Yeah, T.S.
I'm glad
Luna
you adore.
didn't like it.
I'm glad you adore that segment. I am glad I found that segment. And I think I actually need to bring some of the older slow adult speed dating to the other shows. I was thinking B Dabbler might like them. Shuli is another person. I've got an older clip from a TikTok around the clock where I was like, oh, I'll release this as a clip. And I was like, well, actually, I think I could have some more fun insight. I think I can use this as a promotional tool. So I'll start going the very early ones of the slow adult speed dating and being like, hey, Carl, can I feature this? Hey, B Dabbler, can I feature this? I keep saying B Dabbler when I know damn well his name is Rocco or El Horrible. Still the channel name I will blurt out instead of El Horrible.
Well, I think you should, yeah, because that's what people need to search. So if somebody looks for B Dabbler, they'll find it before. Well, maybe if they put El Horrible, it should show up, but that's the channel name, so that's what we all say.
Hey, B Dabbler. Before we go over to Rumble, a little pre-show of some Kaizo Mario.
Oh, dude, that was PB.
Let me
Oh,
turn this down a little bit. Do you ever get into this to these types where it has to be fucking exact to beat the level?
yeah, I don't play those super expert levels. Is this specifically from Mario Maker? Because there are like Super Mario World ROM hacks where they are remade, like they've completely remade.
This is the latter. This is the a hack.
Okay. I played a few of them. One of my favorite ones is called The Joy of Kaizo, and you get to play as Bob Ross, like a little, instead of Super Mario, it's a little Bob Ross, and you get to jump around. It's kind of cool. But yeah, these are definitely rage quits. I do not play these anymore. I've tried my hand at some of them. Some of them are easier. But there is a lot of trickery, and there is a specific thing I'll mention. I don't know if it's going to come up here, but people like to place hidden blocks and things in areas where you don't know where they're going to be. They're called Kaizo
That is
blocks.
such a staple of Kaizo. If you're off the jump by just a little bit, ting, insta death.
Yes, and that's another thing. There are a lot of, when I say frame perfect, we count 60 frames a second, so you got to be within that, 60th of a second to get your correct jump. Otherwise, you miss it. I do watch these. These guys are wildly talented, and like the creators and the players both. It's it's super difficult, very difficult.
Mario Maker 2, when it made 4 categories, because they had the 3, easy, medium, hard, and Mario Maker 1. So you get a mix in the hard of actually challenging and these fucking Kaizo levels. So level 4 is now these fucking Kaizo levels in Mario Maker 2,
Super
and level
expert.
3 is
Yep. Yeah, no way.
Very quickly.
No way. Go ahead.
I leave it to Dashi. We both know Dashi. He rages
Yeah,
in a very entertaining way on Mario Maker. I don't think I've watched him play anything else. I enjoy him raging on Mario Maker.
Happy Wheels, I also recommend that. That's a fun one. And Family Feud, that's what I play. That's where I stole it from.
I hope
Same
there's
thing.
I hope there's new versions. It would be fun. I like when you went back to the what was it, like a Flash game from like 2006 to mix it up a little bit. Throwing that in every once in a while. Goes a lot quicker, so we don't have the it's a different dynamic, but nice getting a different set of things. Sometimes I get deja vu when I make a joke. There was a things you find on the beach. I realized after I made the joke, bootleg T-shirts. Oh, we had this a while ago. It's still fun. It's been long enough to where it's still fun. But I had like such a deja vu of like things you get at the beach, bootleg T-shirts. I think Dupe even laughed the time before. I got her again.
Right.
Ah!
Right. That's if 6 months goes by, you can get away with running the same joke. That one. What does a husband ask his wife to keep in the purse? Those kinds of questions. But my gun. And it turns out gun is an actual answer for that. It was like number 6.
Every once in a while, I throw out a joke answer that 2-3 people in the survey said. You have those wild cards. That's why it doesn't get up to 100. You have those wild cards, one person, or maybe they said something vulgar, and they can't take the vulgar answer to television. They can take vulgar adjacent, but not straight up cock, a doodle do. Right. Blank, a doodle do. Ding Lizard asking if we've ever played Super Meat Boy. I haven't completed it. I've gotten, I forget how far I got into Super Meat Boy until I was like, let me take a break, and I need to complete that.
Yeah, I gotta go. There's a game I want to go back to. Hunt Down. I didn't finish that. I played like the first 3 levels, and then I just tapered off.
Super Meat Boy 2 has to be the most disappointing sequel, like possibly ever. It's in the top 5. Are you aware of what they did with Super Meat Boy 2? It's an endless runner.
Okay. I was going to say, they either did something game appy, like it was just a regular app game now, or the other way, they 3D'd it and tried to make it into a 3D platformer.
Yeah, half the team left. You had,
Oh.
I guess, the coder and the level designer. I guess the coder stayed and the level designer left. So yeah, the magic of those two together. Mike Matei left Bimmy. If we could
Basically,
use that's what happened. And Super Meat Boy 2 was Bimmy without Mike Matei, basically.
Okay, so Super Meat Boy 2 is a Slobwave production.
Correct. The slobs came in and they did what the slobs do, and it was I think it was the coder's idea too. I think it was the returning developer that was like, it's gonna be an endless runner.
Yeah, I don't think that didn't really work out with Mario either. They tried to make a Mario Runner app, like where he's just running and you jump.
It made sense as a cash grab. I was like, okay, that does make sense as a cash grab. Whatever.
I hate you, Zero Speed. I
That's another-
recognize
see
it
the-
is
see
too
the-
late.
Like, you got to know how
The
to do
flight-
that mechanic. Yeah, you got to be
I
able
am
to know how
not
to do the spin and then re-grab your cape. Ugh.
just
Shell
basic
jumps.
cape moves. I am not expert on. I am a basic bitch with
Oh
cape
my God,
moves.
My timing got off.
Because it's
man, dude.
overpowered. They
This
had to
is
make
fun.
it
This might be one of my favorite levels.
a little more odd than the raccoon from number 3. That had a time limit. No time limit here.
Cape section
No.
or level.
No, this is all
I don't know if
momentum
that
based.
says more about other cape shit that I played. Because I feel like the
This guy's
Irie
played
Irie,
cape shit
like,
before.
Barb made it because everyone told him he was.
Well, I guess if you're playing Kaizo, you've got to be a cape expert. It's gonna come
Got
up.
it.
But it's not as crazy as like, any of the other crazy stuff like Let's Give Up.
Okay. Got the show?
The animation just looks funny to me. That bounce.
I'm supposed to do up. What?
But that's what makes it fun, is
What
it's
was-
still Mario aesthetic, It's still got that rubbery, like, you saw him do the dive bomb where he, like, stretches the cape and goes way down. It's very deceptive in its difficulty with this kind of veneer on it.
Why was there spin jump coins for death? I'm confused.
Spin jump
Do
coins.
spin jump coins in this level mean death?
This must be exclusive to this Kaizo version. I have never heard of a spin jump coin.
No, that's new to me.
They make up new things for these Kaizo versions based on existing assets. So there's our spin
Go
jump
slow.
coins.
Slow down. There we go.
All right, he
No
saved
big
it.
Okay.
Oh, for twirl. But did you twirl right into this? Twirl right into the thing. But I guess the twirl takes you out, right?
No dive bombing.
Oh,
that's
he
cool.
has
I
to.
did
He's
that
got to.
really-
He's got to race that key down that. Oh my god, dude. This is
and
why
that's
I don't
where
play
really
these.
butchered.
Yeah, that's where I tapped out, because once I saw racing for the key, I just put myself in that position, and I was like, Jesus Christ, fuck me.
Yeah, that's a big nope.
And that was our last video of the YouTube part of the show. Check us out over on Rumble. We've got that link right here. I will be a better host one of these days and put it on in the description. I should probably do that while vamping over on Rumble at some point for those people looking for it. But that's where we will be for a watch along with Get a Life and episode 1, season 2 of Tales from the Crypt.
I
that
hated
was
that game too.
That was kind of Mario Flappy, that one. But the Endless Runner, that's the. I remember when they got rid of Flappy Bird, and it was like a big freak out. I was like, I never heard of it. And there's tutorials online. You can rewrite the code of Super Mario World to be a Flappy Bird game. Do you know what I mean of rewriting the code? Like, that's the world record of they rewrite the code of these weird, precise fucking movements.
Yeah, it's crazy. I forget the name of the program. I think it's called, I want to say Lunar Magic or something like that, or Magic something. But yeah, you take your Super Mario World ROM, and they redo everything. And like that, they can remake Flappy Bird in a Super Mario. It'll have Super Mario World physics though, and you can do just like that. Like you would have to ride the cape right through all of the pipes. Yeah, I agree. Flappy Bird, there was a big thing. I guess it blew up and the guy got real popular. I don't know if he actually made money on the game or not. I think it was like a free game, or maybe it was $1. But he was like, something happened, and then he like yanked it from the store, and he took it away from everybody.
Motherfucker, I forgot to start streaming to Rumble. We're not streaming on Rumble right now, but it is set up, so it'll be an official break. It will not be continuous. Cocksucker.
And I remembered to paste the link this time. Like I copy pasted it, and Luigi was like, "Oh, I forgot to tweet you guys out yesterday." I broke my OBS.
That's all right. I am the one who completely dropped the ball on this episode by not streaming to all the sources where I'm supposed to stream. Rumble's weird. There's an extra step with Rumble, so that's why I forgot to stream to Rumble. So we will be streaming to Rumble very shortly. Join us at that link, and we'll be streaming there very shortly. I'll try not to fuck it up next week and do a simul stream as I meant to do. So
that's what I was thinking of. Not the ads. That he made a lot of money and then flipped out and was like, no more Flappy Bird for anyone.
Yeah, that's the story I kind of heard of. Just kind of flipped out at the fame of this was just supposed to be something fun on the side, like the Patrick Michael of apps. Patrick Michael got very popular. Shut this app down. I've got an app that no one will ever hear of. Oh yeah, like people are spending too much time on this. I remember him saying that. Like, no, this wasn't supposed to be an addictive thing. This was supposed to be a fun side thing. You're playing it wrong. No one's playing anymore. Bye.
No, it happens with everything. Not everybody. Like everything has a group of people that are straight up, like with the Kaizo Mario. They get really good at the most simplest shit sometimes. Fall Guy. There's people that have maxed Fall Guy. Or Fall Guys, where you're jumping around the stupid obstacle course game. Another thing I hate. But like
that SpongeBob
when
game.
It blew up. Oh yeah, there's another one.
Yeah, that's another one. The quest for Bikini Bottom, whatever, the fight for Bikini Bottom, just a very obscure game that the speedrunners were like, we broke this. We can do speedruns. They just find... And sometimes it is only 3 people. The King of Kong, when it's like Ladybug that was sent in on VHS, seeing the original... version of that where it's fucking VHS tapes that you mail and some poor fucking guy is physically watching them all, and he takes his job seriously. He was doing it.
Yep. Whoever was running Twin Galaxies before it was bought, that's what he had to do. And that's what you as a gamer had to do. If you were trying to break records, you had to get your uncle's VHS camcorder out, set it up on a tripod, point it at the TV, hope to God that you can sync it right so that way it just doesn't flicker too much.
All right, with that, we're going to go ahead and sign out. Thank you for joining us for Gaming Talk. We are going to be live shortly on Rumble instead of simulcasting. I'll stop being such a fuck up as a host one of these days. But until then, take pity on me with a subscribe, a scribe, as some people say. You can become a rope shooter for $4.99 a month, and that helps me out with money. Thank you very much for joining. Now feel free to join us over on Rumble.
Well, it looks like that's all the time we have for today. Thank you for going on this adventure with me. It's fun being with friends. I'll see you next time. Bye now.
Bye for now.
Toodaloo. Au revoir. Auf Wiedersehen. Ciao. Ding dao day.
Places all. All join hands, circle left. Now circle right and listen to me. LS, Elementary corners like swinging on a gate. To right to your honey with the right and left date. Grand right and left around you go. Lucky strike means fine tobacco. Meet your honey and give her a whirl. All swing around with the little girls. Smoke 'em, then you'll see. LS, MFT. Promenade and don't you fall. Promenade around the hall. Lucky strike is first again with tobacco men. Promenade straight down the pike. It's time right now for a lucky strike. Yes, for smoking that you're bound to like, you just can't beat a lucky strike.